Hey, what's up? Welcome back to another video log. It's Tim again, and I'm here to improve your life. So, first things first, if you could, before the end of the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and please leave a comment about anything you want me to talk about in the future or in the past. No, just kidding. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about art today. I got my grandma back in the crib. This is what we're doing now. We're going to have her here as much as possible because I just appreciate the opportunity for you to be here and to just like share my ideas with you and see what your insights are on all these different things. So, first and foremost, I wanted to like ask you this question. And I was asking her before we started the video log, but I wanted to ask you again. So we got two people. They're both potters, right? And one potter makes their ceramics and they make it just for themselves. They just make the art just for art's sake, for fun. That's it. And then we have another ceramicist, another potter, and they make art and it's their job. It's their only form of income and they are a professional potter. So, my question is, who loves pottery more? Who do you think loves it more?
The less professional.
The less professional.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why do you think that?
Why they just do it for fun?
They just do it
They
for
don't
fun.
make money. They just want it and they do it.
Got it. Okay. So, if you didn't hear, I'm sure you probably heard, but my grandma says that the person who's just doing it for fun loves it more. I disagree. I disagree. I think that the person that is making art specifically for their whole job, and that's their job, that's their like career, that's their only form of income. I think that person is all in, and they're fully invested, and you can't even take that kind of plunge without having love for what you're doing. It's such a giant leap to go for it. And you got to really love something to do that. Do you like what do you think? What do you think about my opinion?
Well, you're doing it for a living, right?
Yeah.
You're doing it for a living. I just doing it for fun.
Right.
I just like it and I go along doing it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You need that because you need it for the money.
The necessity?
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever so you think that the artist that's doing it just for the money, like they lose their soul somehow because
Yeah.
they're just trying to do it for the money?
For the money.
Hmm.
They'll do anything to get that money.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So the money takes away their maybe their
The
like
joy,
the artistic,
love,
the joy, the love.
whatever.
Hmm. I think that the challenge. Well, you know what? I don't know hobbyists. Like the people that we look at in history that are known as the greatest artists, that's all they do.
Yeah.
Right. You see like my point? You know what I mean?
They have to do it because they would need the money.
So you think that somebody that is a painter that was a contemporary of Picasso's that doesn't make the money that Picasso does loves painting more than Pablo Picasso?
Mm-hmm.
No way!
Yeah.
No way! Pablo Picasso loves painting more than anybody else.
That's what he says.
He's,
you don't know. He need the money. He need the fame.
He needs the money and the fame.
Yeah, I love it because I love it. I want to do that all the time.
Right, right.
Yeah.
But so does the famous artist. They love it so much that they would just do. They wouldn't do anything else, and they would sacrifice. See, you say they do it for the money.
Yeah, I am only looking at money.
You're only looking at money? Wait a minute. What do you mean? What do you mean you're only looking at money? What do you mean?
Mean his life, his life, he have to have money to live.
Sure.
Yeah. And he liked the art, so he keep doing it and doing it and doing it.
Yes.
The other one is just doing it. He's not getting anything, but he love it. That's why he keep doing it.
I think that the one that is doing it without financial incentives
Yeah.
is less dedicated.
Oh.
Right. They're less dedicated because they have some sort of other income stream.
Yeah, they have income.
Maybe they have a job. They just have a
Yeah,
normal
so
job.
they just love it and then do it every time, every second, every
And,
spare time they have. They go to do something. They do something.
okay.
Ah, dear.
So we got the person who is dedicated to their craft,
Yeah.
but it's not their, well, they're like really into their hobby, right?
Yeah.
But as we talk about artists, I think that we kind of are a little off because if we think about artists, we're talking about Pablo Picasso, right? Such a well-known artist. The average artist is poor. The artist is poor. Isn't that like that's the typical ethic, right? That's the normal scenario, right? Traditionally, artists don't make a lot of money. So you would only do something that would sacrifice your money that much because you love it. So like when you say somebody does it for money and they're going to get so little of it, they love it so much that they would sacrifice the money. That's why the professional artist is in love with the art more than the hobbyist. That's, do you see what I'm saying? You follow that? You don't follow that? Okay, like, I'm willing to give up my ability to become a successful person in the scope of, like, say, the Western landscape. You know what I mean when I say the Western landscape? So I could go get some sort of tech job. I could learn how to code or something like that. And then what I'm doing is I'm going to have a steady income stream. I'm going to have a job in a field that's growing, and I'm going to be fortified. And then I can do my art that I also love with a lowercase L. LUV. I love it. And I can do that in the afternoons, in the evenings and on Saturdays and stuff like that. I think that's a bit of a selling of our soul. I think it's like selling out. I think that the guy that goes, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go to school, get an art degree, and then I'm going to teach a lot, and then I'm going to spend as much time as I can pursuing my art so that I can do only my art to be an artist with a capital A, and that is the end game. That is that's that gesture, right? How can that, you know? Am I not? Are you not convinced? I'm here to convince you. I'm here to change your opinion. Is what I'm trying to do.
Well, the way you say it now, it's different to before.
Oh no, no, no! I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
Now you put in all the good, words together, like, oh, if I do it this way, I'll get more money later on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yet you love it, but you're leaving back this one that you love more to try this one. You want to go do until you reach the end.
Yeah.
But this is your love.
Right.
The first one is just you're doing it because it's in your soul.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that the love of the art grows over time too.
Right.
Do you think that people are born artists, or do you think that they become artists?
As they say, some people are born to be so and so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And some people just go into it. They like it. Oh, that's nice. I want to do this. I want to do that. Some people, like, as they say, you're born into that.
They literally were cut from this cloth.
Yes.
And then some people,
just
maybe it's
go
in
into it because they say, oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I can make good money off of that.
Ooh.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Ooh.
I like it, but I can make good money off of that.
You think that? Yeah. So those are the people I think that I don't appreciate. If I see somebody, and I'd say this, I'd say that there are people who are artists and it's in them, but they discover it. It's like revealed to them over time.
Yeah, it comes on slowly.
Maybe they're not exposed to it when they're younger, and then as they get older and they meet more people, like they go to college, and college is like an expansive thing, then they meet these people that teach them about, hey man, this is called abstract expressionism, and they're like, oh dude, I didn't know you could just swirl the paint on the canvas like that. I thought you had to paint landscapes or portraits. I didn't know you could just do this thing. And then they do it, and then they their spark is lit. You know, that flame is lit inside of them. So yeah, I think that that's it. But then I think there's some people that just come right out of the gate and they are just like scribbling on a piece of paper, and it's just like, wow, this kid's good. What's going on here? They think a certain type of way. My dog is just like, Ruby's just walking around. You can hear him clapping. Yeah, that's something that I do think is really, it's a good question, you know? Like, are the artists born? Are they made? I've seen people that do approach it with this very design oriented, kind of like a soulless thing. And they're really into trying to make money and just do shows and whatnot. They don't have, I think, like a language that they're trying to communicate. So I think all the art is just really communication.
Yeah.
And I've seen that, and that kind of, it feels soulless, and it's a bummer, you know. I don't like that. Let me ask you this, because we got this. This is actually a really good video too. I'm really enjoying this. Are you feeling good talking about this topic as opposed to the other one that we were doing yesterday? This is a nice one as well. Different pacing, different change. Uh, so I think, do you okay? So do you think that everyone is an artist?
No.
Not everyone is an artist. Okay. So you know I have an art degree, right? I got an art degree and I got my master's. I don't mention that because I'm trying to toot my own horn. I just have a theory on art. I think that everyone is an artist and you have to find your medium. I think that not everyone finds their medium, and that is the sad part of life, because I think that like it's in humanity to create artwork. That's what we do. You know, you can you can swim if you learn how, but you might not learn how.
Right.
Yeah, everybody can paint. Everyone can draw. You have to like everyone can communicate, right?
Yeah.
And then art is just communication, and a lot of people don't find their medium. So some people, like, I would say, if you do karate, that is an art form. I would say if you do ballet, that's an art form. I'd say if you go, you know, and you're a DJ, it's an art form. So I think that the definition of what an art form is gets, I think it's I think it's narrower than it should be, and I think that people don't give themselves the latitude to allow themselves to be artists. Because some like an architect, come on, yeah, that guy might not think he's an artist. An architect is an artist and an engineer. There's a lot to it, right? So I think that I think that there's a lot more art out there. So like you would. People don't give themselves enough credit. I think there are more artists, and you just got to find your medium. Like you are an artist. Everyone is an artist, but you must find it, and that is why art is so important. That's the one message that I always wanted to share with people, is like everybody is an artist. I think that everybody is. Well, Grandma, do you have anything you want to share other than that we've already talked about?
I don't know.
You don't know? Art's pretty cool, right?
Art is good, yeah.
We talked about the who loves art more, the professional or the enthusiastic amateur. We talked about how everyone is truly an artist. We talked about you know, what somebody may do in their career. We talked about a lot of different stuff. Cool. All right, well, if you like this and you like these kind of videos, please like, subscribe, comment. If you want to see something in the future, put that in the comment section and tell your friends. And we'll be back again with another video. Thank you so much, Grandma.
You're welcome.
Yeah. All right. Peace.